Taking a broader look around the state, Louisiana House Speaker Pro Tem and State Representative Mike Johnson released a statement in regard to the failed Senate bill that would have provided air conditioning and heating to the school buses statewide. Johnson wrote in part, adding air conditioning to school buses is a policy that I have lobbied for, but SB 26 would have forced the districts to install the AC units on all the school buses without giving them any state funding to do so. It's unfair for Baton Rouge politicians to force spending requirements on our school boards instead of letting them budget for themselves for these improvements. Johnson is one of 57 state representatives who voted against the bill in final passage on Tuesday. Senate Bill 26 was authored by Louisiana Congressional District 6 candidate and current state senator Cleo Fields. SB 26 would require the governing authority of the public and non-public elementary and secondary schools to equip all new or used school buses with passenger compartment heating and air conditioning systems. The bill would have mandated the Board of Elementary and Secondary Education to adopt those rules.